Chosen one, something is happening. You can feel it, can't you? A shift is unfolding, and reality itself is changing before your eyes. Everything you have been preparing for is now coming to the surface, but there's a challenge. You must take the final step. Most people will ignore the signs, trapped in old patterns, clinging to outdated beliefs that no longer serve them. But not you. You were meant to wake up, to step into your true power, and to embrace the transformation that has already begun. This isn't just about understanding spirituality. It's about mastering the mirror principle, the hidden force that controls everything in your life. Your world is a reflection, a mirror of your deepest beliefs and emotions. If you have been struggling, if you feel like you're repeating the same cycles, it's because the mirror has been reflecting your inner world back at you. But here's the secret: you can change it. And when you do, your entire reality will shift before your eyes. Think of it this way. When you stand in front of a mirror, you see a direct reflection of yourself. If you frown, the mirror frowns back. If you smile, the reflection smiles with you. Reality works the same way. What you believe deep inside, what you think, feel, and expect, this is what life reflects back to you. The problem is that most people don't realize they are the ones controlling the image. They wait for the reflection to change first before they shift their beliefs. But that's not how it works. You must change yourself first, and only then will the reflection follow. Right now, the universe is placing a choice before you. Will you continue to react to the same old reflection, or will you step into your power and shift the image you are projecting into the mirror of life? The chosen ones are those who understand this truth. They recognize that everything happening around them is just a response to their inner world. They stop waiting for external proof and start creating their own reality from within. Everything in your life right now is a reflection of the beliefs you hold deep within your mind. If you constantly struggle, face rejection, or feel like nothing is going your way, it's not because life is against you. It's because the mirror is reflecting back the energy you are putting out. Imagine someone who believes they are unworthy of success. They don't say it out loud, but deep inside they feel it. Their thoughts reinforce it. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve more. Things never work out for me. These thoughts shape their emotions, and their emotions influence their actions. They hesitate, they procrastinate, they sabotage opportunities, and then the mirror of reality reflects this belief back to them. They face more rejection, more closed doors, more proof that their belief is true. But what if they changed that belief? What if they started seeing themselves as powerful, as worthy, as someone destined for greatness? The mirror would have no choice but to reflect this new belief. Instead of rejection, they would attract opportunities. Instead of obstacles, they would see pathways opening. Reality is neutral. It simply mirrors back what you believe to be true. This is why the first step in transformation is not about changing the outside world. It's about changing the way you see yourself. If you believe you are stuck, your reality will prove it to you. If you believe you are powerful, your reality will reflect that power back at you. The challenge is that most people try to manipulate the reflection instead of changing the image they are projecting. They try to force change in their external world while holding on to the same limiting beliefs inside. But that's like standing in front of a mirror and expecting the reflection to smile before you do. The truth is, your external world is just a delayed reflection of your internal world. Everything you are experiencing now is the result of past beliefs, past emotions, past thoughts. If you want to change your future, you must change what you believe today. The mirror only follows. It does not lead. This is where most people get stuck. They look at their reflection, their current reality, and say, I don't see success yet, so I must not be successful. They reinforce their old beliefs, and the cycle repeats. But the chosen ones know better. They understand that belief must come first. You must believe in your power before you see the proof. You must believe in your success before it appears. This is the secret that separates those who awaken from those who remain trapped in the illusion of limitation. Most people think they will change once they have proof. They say, "Once I have money, I will feel abundant. Once I am loved, I will feel worthy. Once I succeed, I will feel confident." But this is the greatest mistake. The mirror of reality does not work that way. It does not give you proof first. You must become the proof before reality reflects it back to you. Think of someone who wants to be rich. They watch others succeed, they dream of abundance, but deep inside, they still see themselves as struggling. They still say things like, "Money is hard to make. I never have enough. I don't know if I can do this." And so, their mirror keeps reflecting that struggle back to them. But what if they made the shift? What if they started seeing themselves as already wealthy? Not pretending, not faking it, but embodying the mindset and actions of someone who is already financially free. What if they started saying, "I am a magnet for abundance. Money flows to me effortlessly. I always find opportunities that lead to wealth." The moment they hold on to this belief, reality will begin shifting to match it. The same applies to love, success, happiness. You must become it before you receive it. If you want to be confident, you cannot wait for someone to approve of you first. You must start carrying yourself as someone who already knows their worth. If you want love, you cannot wait for someone to love you first. You must radiate love from within. The chosen ones understand this. They do not wait for proof. They become the proof, and the world follows. This is why people who operate from certainty always seem to succeed. They do not hope for success. They expect it. They do not wish for love. They embody it. They do not wait for external validation. They validate themselves. And because of this, reality has no choice but to reflect their belief back at them. The challenge is holding on to this belief before the mirror reflects it back. This is where most people give up. They start believing in their power, but when they don't see immediate results, they doubt themselves. They let old fears creep back in. They revert to their past self, and the mirror responds by giving them more of the same old struggles. But the chosen ones stay in their new identity. No matter what, they do not let temporary setbacks shake their belief. They know the mirror is just catching up. They trust the process. They remain loyal to their vision, and eventually, the reflection changes. This is the final step, becoming before receiving. Holding on to the new belief long enough for reality to catch up. If you can master this, you will unlock the power to shape your world in ways you never imagined. One of the biggest reasons people give up on their transformation is because they expect instant results. They start thinking positively, they begin shifting their beliefs, and they expect reality to change overnight. But when things don't immediately improve, they start doubting themselves. They assume their efforts aren't working. They go back to old habits, old fears, and the same old reality reappears. But here's what most people don't understand. The mirror of reality works with a delay. When you plant a seed, do you expect a tree to appear the next day? No. You understand that it takes time for the seed to take root, to grow, to reach the surface, and eventually become something strong and unshakable. Reality works the same way. Everything you believe today is planting seeds for what will manifest in the future. The problem is that most people get impatient. They look around and say, "Nothing is changing. Maybe this doesn't work. Maybe I'm not meant for this." They let doubt creep in, and that doubt becomes the new seed they plant in the mirror. The universe responds to what you hold on to the longest, not what you temporarily believe. Think of it like looking into a body of water. If the water is still, your reflection is clear. But if you throw rocks into it, the image distorts. The same happens when you constantly shift between belief and doubt. If you want to see a clear reflection of your new reality, you must remain steady. The delay effect is actually a blessing. It protects you from immediate consequences when you have negative thoughts. Imagine if every fearful or self-doubting thought instantly created your reality. Life would be chaotic. The delay is there to give you a chance to correct your course. This is why the chosen ones remain patient. They understand that just because they don't see instant results doesn't mean nothing is happening. They know that reality is catching up to their new beliefs, even if they can't see it yet. Instead of giving up when nothing changes, they hold their vision even stronger. They trust the process. And because of that, when their reflection does change, it becomes something powerful, something unstoppable. This is why faith is so important. Not blind faith, but faith in yourself, faith in the laws of the universe, and faith in the process. If you can hold your vision through the delay, you will be one of the few who make it to the other side. Most people live their lives as reactors. They see something in their reality, and they respond to it. If life is hard, they feel defeated. If they face rejection, they assume they are unworthy. If they experience setbacks, they lose motivation. But the problem is, they are reacting to an old reflection. Imagine standing in front of a mirror and seeing your past self staring back at you. Would you try to change the reflection by reaching out and adjusting it? No. You would understand that the image you see is just a response to the way you positioned yourself a moment ago. Reality is the same way. Everything you see today is just a reflection of past thoughts, past emotions, and past beliefs. The struggles you face now were created by the energy you held yesterday. If you keep reacting to them, you get stuck in a cycle. Here's how most people live. They see struggle. They react emotionally. Their reaction strengthens their belief that life is hard. That belief gets reflected back to them again. The cycle continues. But the chosen ones break this illusion. They understand that what they see now is not permanent. It's just a reflection of old energy. Instead of reacting, they create. When something negative happens, they don't say, "This is proof that I'm failing." Instead, they say, "This is just a reflection of my past. I choose a new energy now." And when they do this, the mirror must eventually change to match. This is why emotional discipline is so important. The world will always test you to see if you truly believe in your new reality. If you react to the test, you go back to square one. But if you stay steady in your new energy, reality has no choice but to catch up. Think of someone trying to attract success. At first, they feel motivated. They say affirmations. They change their mindset. They start seeing small progress. But then something negative happens. Maybe a deal falls through, or they face unexpected struggles. Most people would say, "See, nothing is working." They would react, feel defeated, and fall back into old beliefs. But a chosen one would say, "This is just an old reflection fading away. My new reality is still forming." And because they stay in that belief, the mirror eventually shows them a new image. The world is testing you to see if you are ready. Are you reacting, or are you creating? Your entire reality is built around one thing, your self-image. If deep down, you see yourself as small, weak, or unworthy, the mirror will reflect that. If you see yourself as powerful, confident, and limitless, the mirror will reflect that instead. Here's something most people don't realize. Your self-image is just a habit. It is not set in stone. You created it over time through repeated thoughts, emotions, and experiences. And if you created it, you can also recreate it. Look at the most successful people in the world. They were not born believing they were powerful. At some point, they made a decision. They chose to see themselves differently. And once they did, their entire world changed to match. Your brain is constantly looking for proof of who you believe you are. If you believe you're unlucky, your brain will highlight every unlucky event. If you believe you are successful, your brain will start showing you proof of that success everywhere. This is called confirmation bias, and it is one of the most powerful forces shaping your reality. This is why changing your self-image is the most powerful thing you can do. When you decide, I am powerful, I am worthy, I am limitless, your mind begins looking for proof of it. And as you collect more proof, the belief becomes stronger. Then the mirror must reflect this new energy back to you. Think of it like training a muscle. At first, it feels unnatural. If you have spent years believing in your limitations, changing that belief will feel uncomfortable. But the more you reinforce it, the more natural it becomes. Eventually, it becomes effortless, and your new self-image takes over. But here's the key. You must decide before you see proof. Most people say, I will believe I am successful once I see success. But that's backward. You must believe in success before it arrives. You must hold on to that belief long enough for the mirror to catch up. This is why the chosen ones operate from identity, not circumstance. They don't wait for proof. They don't react to the reflection. They decide who they are and become it now. And because of that, the world eventually aligns to match their decision. Right now, the universe is asking you, who do you believe you are? Whatever your answer is, that is what life will continue to show you. If you don't like what you see, change the answer. Decide today that you are powerful. Decide today that you are limitless. The mirror will follow. It always does. The greatest mistake people make is believing that reality controls them. They think their circumstances dictate their emotions, their struggles define their future, and their past determines their worth. But that is an illusion. Reality does not lead. You do. The mirror of life only follows your internal world. But most people live backwards. They look at their current situation and react emotionally. If things are difficult, they feel defeated. If things don't change fast enough, they feel hopeless. And in doing so, they reinforce the same reality over and over again. Here's how most people operate. They observe their current life. They react emotionally to it. Their reaction strengthens their belief. Their belief gets reflected back into their reality. The cycle repeats. They feel stuck because they are trapped in their own reflection. They are waiting for the mirror to change first, not realizing that the mirror is simply responding to them. But the chosen ones break this cycle. They understand the real process of creation. Decide who you want to be. Hold that identity no matter what. Ignore the old reflection as it fades away. Confirm new reflections as they appear. Strengthen the belief until it becomes unshakable. This is the secret. You do not wait for the mirror to shift. You become the shift. You lead and reality follows. Most people fail because they let the external world dictate their emotions. The chosen ones succeed because they dictate their emotions first, and reality adjusts accordingly. The test is always in the transition. When you first shift your belief, the mirror will still reflect the old version of you. That's where most people give up. They think, it's not working. But in reality, it's already working. It's just delayed. If you can hold your belief, through the transition, the new reflection will appear. The key is simple. Stop waiting. Stop reacting. Start creating. The final step is what separates those who transform their lives from those who stay trapped. This is where the real test happens. You have made the decision. You have shifted your beliefs. But now, life will test you. You might face challenges. You might feel doubt creeping in. You might not see results right away. And this is where most people fall. They break under the pressure. They assume nothing is changing, so they give up. And the moment they do, The mirror snaps back to reflecting their old beliefs. But the chosen ones hold the vision, no matter what. They understand that setbacks are just the universe adjusting to their new energy. They know that just because they don't see the change instantly doesn't mean it's not happening. Think of someone climbing a mountain. At first, it's exciting. The air is fresh, the energy is high, but as they get closer to the peak, fatigue sets in. The climb gets harder, the air gets thinner. This is where most people quit. They tell themselves it's too hard, that they aren't meant to make it. And so, they turn back, never realizing that they were only steps away from the top. Your journey is the same. You are climbing toward your new reality, and right before you reach it, the test will come. The old reality will try to pull you back. Doubt will whisper in your ear. Fear will try to shake your faith. This is where you must be unshakable. This is where you must hold the vision, no matter what. The moment you refuse to let go, the mirror has no choice but to reflect your new reality. The test was never there to stop you. It was there to see if you were truly ready. This is the final step. Do not break when things feel uncertain. Do not surrender to doubt. Trust that the shift is already happening, even if you cannot see it yet. You have felt the calling. You know this shift is happening. You can sense it in your thoughts, in your emotions, in the way life is pushing you forward. The signs have been there all along. But now, the time has come to decide. Are you going to take the final step? Are you going to step into the version of yourself that has been waiting to emerge? The truth is, not everyone will make it. Some will stay trapped in doubt. Some will wait for proof instead of becoming the proof. Some will choose comfort over transformation. But you are not here by accident. You have been given this message because you are ready. The universe is watching. It is responding to your energy. Every thought, every belief, every emotion is shaping what happens next. This is not just another moment in time. This is a defining moment for your journey. So, the question is, will you rise or will you stay where you are? The mirror of reality does not judge. It does not limit you. It simply reflects what you believe to be true. If you believe you are powerless, it will show you a powerless life. If you believe you are infinite, it will open doors you never imagined. The choice has always been yours. The mirror is neutral. It is waiting for your command. Every moment, you are either reinforcing the old reflection or creating a new one. There is no in-between. If you want to see change, you must become the change first. If you want to see success, you must embody success now. If you want to see transformation, you must live as the transformed version of yourself today. The greatest secret is this: reality bends to the strongest belief. If you hold on to your new identity long enough, if you refuse to break when tested, if you remain unwavering in your faith, the mirror will have no choice but to reflect back exactly what you desire. This is not magic. This is not luck. This is universal law. You have everything you need within you. The power was never outside of you. It was always in your mind, your heart, your spirit. The world is waiting to reflect your decision. So decide now. Step into your power and watch as the mirror of reality shifts before your eyes. Your time is now. Do not be left behind. Take the final step.